Hi GTChannel viewers, and welcome to another episode of JDM Classics. On today's video we have a Civic Type R. So this is actually a renewal car done by Type 1 Garage of Spoon Sports, and it's basically a remake of the classic Spoon demo car back in the 90s. So let's have a look here in this book, which I kept for 20 over years, and you can see here it is, well, this is the Zenki version, and it's basically a remake of this car with all the parts, and basically it's the full refresh menu, which can be done in-house for all owners of the EK9, which turns a normal Civic Type R, full normal standard one, to tuned car over here. Now the power figures of this tuned car isn't as big as you would expect. It's not 240 horsepower. It still maintains the original 1.6 liter B16B standard engine, but everything has been fully blueprinted and rebuilt by their master mechanics, of course, at Type 1, with as new parts as possible, piston rings, pistons themselves, and with a higher compression head gasket, it increases it a little bit more. And with the ECU tuning also updated with Hon data, it gives 190 horsepower. But it's not just about that, it's the response and the driving feel. And there's a lot more things that is inside this that we're going to be having a look at in detail. So let's go check it out. So now visually, what is a little bit different from the original demo car from back in the late 90s is you see this very interesting stripe. It's orange and silver. It's a new product, and it's also updated new looks, which Spoon is also now selling. You can put this in any car. It's called the Spoon stripe, and that really makes the wide body really stand out, give it a bit of a sort of modern look. But what isn't added on to what you're going to really see here, it's got the carbon fiber bonnet and the Spoon blue calipers, which you see inside. But the car has just been completed, been fully rebuilt, and it's out here in the track in Sodegara for a shakedown test day, just to check that all the settings and everything's running properly. And so to find out a little bit more about what actually goes under the skin, what are the details, what are the parts and the handiwork and the craftsmanship that goes into this, let's invite Jomoto-san from Spoon to tell us more about it. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. This is Jomoto-san from
Hi.
Type 1 Spoon.
I'm PR of Spoon.
PR of Spoon.
Yes.
You were also an engineer before here in Spoon, right?
Kind of. I can do everything.
You can do everything.
Yeah.
Everything, man.
Okay, yeah.
Which means you can tell us
Yeah.
about this car. Now, I understand it's actually a refresh car.
Yes. Not rebuilding. It means rebuilding and new technology.
New technology.
Yeah. This car has a new technology. It's a renovation car.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not just restoring the whole car. It's not just rebuilding
Yes.
the old Spoon demo car, but
Yeah.
you actually have some new technology inside.
Yeah, we have some parts, but we didn't make suspension bushing and some parts.
I
But,
see.
but right now we have all suspension bushing, and we have a new technique for this car.
So also in the engine rebuilding,
Yeah.
and also for the suspension and
Yes.
bushing. So basically, the concept remains the same, but the way, the craftsmanship, the technique
Yes.
is all up to date.
Yes, okay.
That's fantastic. What I can see, the carbon fiber bonnet,
Yeah.
and of course, you have the Spoon calipers, which is an original part from before.
Yeah.
Are you going to put also the S388 wheels?
Yeah, we have, but today is only testing, so we didn't use that wheel because offset is different.
I see.
So this car testing is standard wheel is best.
Right, of course. I mean, the Civic Type R or the Integra Type R,
Yeah.
from the factory, it's already perfect.
Yes.
But you guys take a perfect car and what you say in Japan, plus alpha.
Yeah.
You know, plus alpha. It's more perfect of perfect. Okay, doesn't make sense, but refined is the word. I think it's refined. Can you tell us about what's inside the engine? Let's have a look.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's have a look inside. Now, just a quick question. How much weight does the carbon fiber bonnet take over the original?
About,
The original, I think, is
10,
about
10 kilograms minus.
minus 10 kilograms.
Yes.
So that means 10 kilograms less weight over the front wheels, which means it should give it a better turn in,
Yeah.
better steering response.
So front wheel drive car need a lightweight for the front.
Right.
So bonnet and exhaust.
Original is cast iron, right?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
very heavy.
Yeah.
This is made of
Stainless steel.
stainless steel.
Yeah.
How much weight does it cut?
About 5 kilograms.
5 kilograms, so 10
Yeah.
to 15 kilograms
Yeah.
down already.
Yeah.
What other parts can we reduce the weight?
And the resonator.
Right. Oh, I can see.
Yeah.
So this is a special direct carbon Kevlar intake pipe
Yeah.
that goes to original EK. All the models has a resonator that goes into here. So this is to make it more direct airflow.
Yes.
How much weight does it reduce?
About 1 or 2 kilograms.
Which is a lot, actually,
Yeah.
when you count in total, right?
Yeah, total about 20 kilograms lighter than the standard.
Wow. Now, if you put the S388 wheels, that cuts maybe another 8 kilograms.
Yeah.
So total, how much weight can we reduce from this car?
Maybe 30 kilograms.
30 kilograms.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right, so we have the yellow classic spoon engine
Yeah.
head cover.
Yeah.
Now, something that people always wondered is, it's colored yellow, that's the iconic thing, but
Yeah.
why is it painted smooth and not the crinkle style?
Paint shop remove the lead color
Right.
and sanding and make a good surface.
Right, right.
And after painting.
Okay. So, because, you know, the crinkle gets broken after
Yeah,
some
yeah,
time
yeah,
because
yeah,
of
yeah.
heat. This doesn't damage, right?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a very, very good reason. So the engine has been rebuilt in the factory
Yeah.
at Type 1.
Yes. This engine built by Yoshizawa-san.
Oh, that's very nice. And basically, what are the new parts that have been changed?
This engine is rebuilt. So crankshaft and conrod is
Used, right?
but piston and valve spring and intake and exhaust valve.
Right, and compression rings.
Yeah, brand new.
Right, right. And they're all weight balanced.
Yes.
And then, of course, we know that spoons, key point in rebuilding engines is to make the tolerances of balance between the weight of different pistons, different valves, all the moving parts, even more finite than Honda's already very, very impressive weight tolerance difference. You were saying in the previous video on JDMMasters that it's how much? 100分の1?
Yes.
1/100th of weight difference. That's mental.
Yeah.
What is the result of doing that? What's the benefit of doing such a very, very minor weight balance? Do you get more power?
No.
It's not about power.
The same weight is good balance. You can see the weight of the wheel.
Yes.
Some weight in the.
That you put on the wheel,
Yeah.
right?
So for wheel, same balance is good handling.
Right.
Same as the engine.
Right.
For cylinder, for piston, same weight is no vibration.
I get it. The less vibrations there is means it can rev smoother,
Yes.
and that response is higher.
Yeah, and it can get durability.
Reliability is, of course, a very important hallmark of Spoon's concept.
Yes.
Of course, we all know Honda engines are already very reliable and last very long,
Yeah.
even more than a lot of other makers, while still keeping the performance very high. But a fully balanced and rebuilt engine with even more finely balanced, weight differences between all the
Yeah,
parts
yeah, yeah.
can last even longer at high RPM.
Yeah.
So it's not about power, it's
Yeah.
about the response.
Yeah.
And I think the way the driver feels is in that same RPM range, you feel there's more power because the
Yeah,
engine
yeah.
revs faster. Of course, it's weight less balanced, the vibrations are less.
Yes.
And
of course.
The engine mounts. Now, I can see that it's written here, spoon hard engine mounts. The Civic Type R and the Integra Type R's engine mounts are already harder
Yes.
than SIR.
Yes.
But you've made it even harder.
And more harder, but not the rigid.
So it doesn't
Change the rubber hardness. Yeah.
Right. What's the purpose of changing the rubber hardness? Is it to give more power into the drivetrain?
No, acceleration is better.
The instant response.
Yeah, the response is better.
So it's not just one part.
All
of the parts
five,
works together.
5 pieces.
5 pieces.
Yes. The engine side,
Engine
and
side.
the rear, and the transmission side, and the bottom of engine, and the bottom of transmission.
Yeah. Honda B engines are very unique. It uses 5 pieces rather than 3 or 4 compared to like other F cars. The roll stopper. Now, I get it. If all these are stiffer, means the response is higher, and you can get an even more instantaneous acceleration coming out of the corners, and less roll as well.
If you want to get more response, rigid is best.
Right.
But not comfortable.
This car is still a road car.
Yeah.
You can still drive it on the streets.
Yes. And only time attack is stiff is best. But if you want to go endurance race, cannot finish.
Right.
To use the rigid mount.
Something will crack.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
like you were saying.
crack and the body have damage.
Right. Because of all that
Yes.
vibration, right? So it's very interesting. The complete demo car, the street car, is a sum of all its parts, not just one particular thing. It's not about more power. But so you said to me before, now you're using HON data for the ECU. It's also updated.
We will use this one.
Ooh.
But we are trying to setting now. So next time you can drive the Honda.
power.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
How much more horsepower can we make? 250?
No need.
220?
Yeah. I think that's better.
220?
Yeah.
Can we do it from a 1.6?
This 200 or 220.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's possible.
It doesn't need a high power.
You're right. No, you're right.
This car is lightweight. This car, very lightweight is feeling and braking, everything very good.
You don't need too much power. You can't use you overpower the front wheels.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? 190 is
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
More response in the mid-range.
Yeah.
More torque.
Yeah.
That's what we need, right? The exhaust manifold is changed. Also the B pipe, and let's have a look at the muffler. So let's have a look at the exhaust. Oh wait, it's not an N1.
No,
Why not?
it's street.
This is
Street
the
type
street
is very good.
Now most people only buy the N1 exhaust,
Yes.
but we don't need that, right?
Yeah. N1 is lightweight and good response, but I think a little bit loudy.
It's a bit noisy, right? Yeah.
But this muffler is very good sound.
Let's try it.
Yes.
Hold it. So, the idle isn't very loud. It's almost like the normal car.
Yeah.
Oh, could you give it a couple of presses?
Yeah.
Okay. Sound photograph. That actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
It sounds really, really good.
Not loud,
It's not loud.
but very, very good sound.
It's-
Honda sound.
It still has the Honda sound,
Yeah.
like the original plus stuff. And this is perfect as a street car. You're not going to annoy the neighbors.
Yeah,
They're not going to complain. And it can give a little bit more response and a bit more horsepower, which just goes with the balance of the engine.
Yes, and this muffler has enough to flow.
Right.
So I think it's don't need to change N1.
Right.
So
N1 is recommended maybe for people who go to the circuit a
yes,
lot more.
less track is very, very good.
Yeah.
But street use is a little bit loudy.
It is true. It's a bit noisy. The concept of this is a upgraded street car.
Ah, yeah.
That's perfect. Now let's talk about the suspension. Now I can see here, of course, the classic mono block. This is not mono. It's still the twin block, actually.
Yes.
The twin block spoon 4-pot calipers. Of course, the standard Honda 2-pot calipers is already really good, but
Yeah.
this is also lighter than the standard one.
This is change the material steel to aluminum.
Right.
So this caliper is maybe about 2 kilograms.
2 kilograms lighter.
Maybe.
Ooh, wow. And of course, you have better resistance because 4-pot
Yes.
for track days and on street use as well.
Yeah.
And the great thing is that a lot of people might not realize this. The caliper is a straight replacement, a bolt-on for
Yes.
the original caliper. And on the stock EK9 wheels, it will clear very, very nicely. But on the DC2, you need to put some offset.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the caliper is a little bit tighter the inside.
Right. The shape of the wheels, that's more flat.
Yeah.
But the EK9 wheels has
Yeah,
a lot
a lot,
of
yeah.
So this is perfect. With the SW388, do we need to put spacers?
No need the spacer. Yeah.
You have that perfect offset
Yes.
for this, right? Wow, that's fantastic. The suspension is the
full
full
spec.
range, the full spec,
Yes.
full adjustment.
Yeah.
What is the spring rates on this?
Oh, this is 18 and 16.
Isn't that a little bit hard for street?
Yes.
So-
a little bit harder.
What's the recommended maximum spring rate that's good for street? Because the standard Civic Type R is already very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 18 and 16 is best for the racetrack.
Right.
So today's test use S tire.
Okay.
I think street use is more soft spring or blue spring and the yellow damper. Yeah,
Yes.
Progressive spring and fixed damper is best in the street use.
That has already been developed and tuned for the street. There's no need to change the height.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Actually, that may be a little bit more comfortable than the standard one, right?
Yeah.
So, but still give the same handling characteristics.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the full spec one, of course, is very good for people who want to do the circuit attack.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's more expensive.
Yeah.
Now, the other important thing, which is also a hallmark of Spoon, are the rigid collars. The rigid collars, which you can see in a little test, which we will do in future with my car, and all the bushings. The bushings are also stiffer than the original.
Yes.
How many percent stiffer is it?
About 20% up, 20% harder.
Oh,
So same thinking in the engine mount. Not rigid,
right.
but a little bit harder. So handling is quick, but not bumpy.
That's very
Smooth.
important. That's very smooth. And with the rigid collars, it also gives better steering response. That's fantastic. Other than that, I mean, there's no really big secrets about this car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No secret.
no secret.
Yeah, you can see everything.
And we can still buy these parts on the website.
Yeah.
But what's special about this particular car is in Japan, for those of you who live in Japan, or you can maybe overseas customers can get the cars ordered and refreshed by Spoon, and then
yes.
get it sent over, maybe.
Yeah.
possible.
If everybody can send us
Send your car here.
Yeah.
They rebuild it
We will
like this?
build it. Yes.
It's a workmanship by the engineers and the mechanics and the technicians that you want. Also, the gearbox is rebuilt.
Yes.
Wow. So it's smoother. Fantastic. Thank you, Jomoto-san, for your explanation.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we're going to take a little drive now, and I'll be able to test and give you some feedback on the car itself. So let's go. Until next time, when the car gets more updates, we'll try it again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, wow.
It's stiffer. It's definitely stiffer.
It's definitely stiffer. It's definitely stiffer. But the other point is that because it has the rigid collars and it has also the full race suspension with the 18 kilograms front, and I think 18 in the back, but also the damper has more play, and with the 20% or 15% stiffer engine mount and the bushings.
So the whole thing is like one solid piece.
But do you know what? Already it feels more comfortable than my car.
Oh wow, yeah, it feels really put together.
Yeah, it feels really planted. Well, of course, now it has also the, oh my goodness! What the hell? Okay, so it feels easier to track than my car. I think mine is just old and loose, or just the original Civic Type R settings is just really stiff. This is more compliant.
This feels nice. Dude, this is sick. Oh my gosh. Little toge road over here. You're having fun.
I can't speak now, sorry.
Okay. So let me do the talking. This feels so... Oh man. This feels wild. Gosh.
I mean, because it's so light, you can see that in Civic Type R, EK9 and the EG6 this generation, it's 200 kilograms lighter than your S2000. And
200?
200 kilograms lighter, at least. And
wow, it makes my car feel so porky.
Yeah, yeah. And this is even lighter than my one, which is like maybe 170 kilograms lighter. It's weight. The less weight you have with a better response engine, it isn't really that fast compared to a turbo car.
But it feels fast.
It feels fast. Exactly. Okay.
You know what it is? It's the engine response. It's like instantaneous.
Yes.
It's like...
Exactly. The exhaust is not an N1, it's the street exhaust, and it really amplifies the standard sound of the stock one. I like the stock sound. This is a bit more throaty.
Yeah, it kind of reverberates through the cabin.
The gear ratios are still the same. It's not taken from the shorter gear ratio of the DC2 E98 spec. So, you know, you can't really use the VTEC unless you're in first gear or second gear on these kind of roads. You just rely on the mid-range. But holy cow, the way it revs up is, yeah, it's literally 20% better than my stock one, which is already very good compared to other cars. It's very comfortable, strangely very comfortable, which means it gives you more confidence to push it. The way the rear just follows the front, it's a characteristic of already, you know, this standard front-wheel drive Type Rs, but this one is a bit more natural. The stock one feels a bit more sudden, the weight transfer. But yeah, this. B エンジンと K エンジン、オイルグレード、おすすめはどんなグレードですか、サーキット？
今サーキットでも一般道でも、ホンダの純正オイル、あるいはモチュールみたいなしっかりとしたブランドを入れておけばいいんじゃないかな。
はいはい。純正でも大丈夫ですか？
純正すごくいいと思う。
あれ昔のビデオ見ましたよ、ベースモートルに。ちょこその同じこと言ったので、で今のオイルやっぱり昔より効率が高いので良くなってるんですね。
純正もすごくグレードアップしてるので、ホンダの純正のトップレベルのも入れとくのもいいと思うんで、全然意外じゃない。
そうですね。わざわざ高い スペックの金額が高いオイル使わなくてもいい。
うん、大丈夫。
大丈夫。まあ、エンジンがもうスタンダードだったら、
はいそうね。
あとネット見ていろんな人がこういう質問が来てるんですけれども、ECU チューニングなので昔VTEC ポイントよく変わるんですけれども、まあ、自分的にずっとホンダも乗ってて純正の VTEC ポイント、まあ、ちょっと少し物足りないかもしれないけど、でもノーマルでいいんですかね
まあ、4800以上であればいいと思いますね。あんまり極端に低いのは良くないと
今。よく
思います。
ないですよね。
純正今、5800から900ぐらいで切り替えポイントが来るので、まあ、その間でチューニングするといいと思います。
なるほど、なるほど。わかりました。で、オイルチェンジ、タイミング、そこの前に、新しいオイルチェンジしたの方がいいのか、そこ後、どっちの方がいいんですか？
走行後は必ず変えた方がいいと思うんですね。高い負荷の状態で走っているので抜くことで、オイルの中に不純物が混じってたり、さっきのオイルパンのところにオイルのフレークが、あったりしたら、そこでチェックできるので、走行後に、新しいオイル、新油と入れ替えるのがいいと思いますね。
わかりました。あとミッションオイルはどんな程度でどんな期間でチェンジの方がいいですか？
それもエンジンオイルとサーキット走った場合はエンジンオイルと一緒のタイミングで交換するのがいいと思います。
わかりました。まああとはラジエーター水、そのクーラントとか、特にハイスペックのやつ、
いやそんな必要ない
必要ないですか？1
と思います
年ごとで交換しての方が普通の。
女性の化粧品と一緒で高いからいいっていうわけじゃないと。
そういうことですね。そういうことですね。わかりました。はい、最後の質問ですけれども、タイヤの、使い方、守り方、なんかアドバイスありますか？
タイヤはゴム製品なので、紫外線に弱いです。放っておいても1年、経つと劣化が始まるので、なるべく走り終わったら紫外線に当てないように
カバーして、
キープしておくのがいいと思います。
わかりました。いろいろなアドバイスありがとうございました。
はい、さよなら。
Thank you, Ichishimaさん。ありがとうございます。And it was just fantastic. Really, I own a similar car which is completely stock. This really felt just 20% and a little bit more. Just sharper, quicker, and higher response. Of course, with the new bushings and also the rigid collar, and the suspension was surprisingly very, very compliant. Even with the stiff spring rates, it just goes to show how advanced the dampers are. And even on the street, it feels like it's actually more comfortable to drive. And it'd be really, really interesting to see the development. It's ongoing for this particular car. There's going to be more parts fitted onto it. The S380 wheels, which change the track a little bit wider, and just to give it that more classic 90s look, and also a bit more power from the ECU tuning by Honda. So it's a really good combination of reviving the past things with modern technology, as Jomoto-san has said, and we're just really excited to see more cars like this. So let us know in the comments also what kind of legendary cars you'd like to see revive, not only from Spoon, but also maybe from other major old JDM makers. So I hope you enjoy this program. Let us know in the comments what you think about this, what other cars you'd like us to review. And until next time, peace out.